Germany will supply Ukraine with 1,000 anti-tank weapons and 500 Stinger surface-to-air missiles from Bundeswehr stocks, so it can defend itself against Russia as fighting intensifies around its capital. It is a major shift from Berlin's long-standing policy of banning weapon exports to conflict zone. The Russian invasion of Ukraine marks a turning point. It is our duty to do our best to support Ukraine in defending itself against Putin's invading army, German Chancellor Olaf Scholz said on Saturday. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky welcomed Germany's decision. Germany has just announced the provision of anti-tank grenade launchers and Stinger missiles to Ukraine. "Keep it up, Chancellor Olaf Scholz," Zelensky tweeted. Brussels, February 25. NATO Secretary-General Jens Stoltenberg said on Friday the alliance was deploying parts of its combat-ready response force and would continue to send weapons to Ukraine, including air defenses, while saying that Russia was trying to topple the Ukrainian government. "We see rhetoric, the messages, which is strongly indicating that the aim is to remove the democratically elected government in Kyiv," he told a news conference following a virtual meeting of NATO leaders. Some of the 30 NATO allies announced the type of weapons that they would supply Ukraine, including air defenses, he said, without giving details. "Allies are very committed to continue to provide support," he said. U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin deployed an additional 7,000 U.S. troops to Europe on Thursday following Russia's invasion of Ukraine, a move intended to bolster NATO countries in Eastern Europe in the face of Moscow's aggression. President Joe Biden said at the White House Thursday that he'd ordered additional ground and air forces already stationed in Europe to Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, Poland and Romania, and he said that additional U.S. force capabilities would be sent to Germany. "The United States will defend every inch of NATO territory with the full force of American power," the president said. "And the good news is NATO is more united and more determined than ever. This would comprise an armored brigade combat team with associated capabilities and enablers," the official said. "They will deploy to Germany to reassure NATO allies, deter Russian aggression and be prepared to support a range of requirements in the region. We expect them to depart in the coming days." Russia's invasion of its neighbor in Ukraine is the largest conventional military attack that's been seen since World War II, the senior defense official said Thursday, outlining U.S. observations of the unfolding conflict. "We haven't seen a conventional move like this, nation-state to nation-state, since World War II, certainly nothing on this size and scope and scale," the official told reporters Thursday. "And if it unfolds the way that we have come to believe that it will, it has every potential to be very bloody, very costly and very impactful on European security writ large, perhaps for a long, long time to come." The U.S. had been issuing stark warnings for weeks that Russian President Vladimir Putin would launch an attack on Ukraine on a scale not seen in decades. The U.S. and its European allies are set to unveil sanctions on Russia Thursday in response to Moscow's aggression, though U.S. President Joe Biden has made clear U.S. troops deploying to NATO countries in Eastern Europe will not be drawn into the conflict in Ukraine, which is not a member of NATO.